Comedy Jonah.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
I had to make a little cocktail because I'm sore from my dodgeball night last night.
Oh, here we go.
Because I'm athletic now. Oh, my arm hurts too from throwing. Oh, help me.
Did you just say that you sprained your arm from throwing a ball?
My arm isn't sprained, but I can feel the muscle. Well, it's dodgeball. You're throwing the ball at someone else. And I was catching it, and I was tumbling on the floor, and I have knee pads on, and everything.
That's weird, because usually when I have my knee pads on, I'm usually working both arms.
Right. Well, I'm not. That's your late night.
Yeah.
Naked
when
time.
do you play dodgeball?
It's exercise. I'm not used to it. My whole body hurts. So I need a little cocktail to help me out just a little bit.
That's me playing dodgeball. Dodging the balls. Know what I'm missing.
Oh my
anyway,
Yay.
here's what's important, everyone, is that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you're watching. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of those places. Making sure that you follow, like, and subscribe will always let you know every time we go live. And I'm live all day long. I'm live here. I'm live on Twitch late night. I'm live all the time. John's live doing cooking shows, giving away meal kits. The only way you know is if you subscribe to us in those places, because Big Brother is coming to an end, but we're not going anywhere. We're going
No.
to still have so much content and fun things for you, so make sure that you're following us on all your favorite socials, and tell a friend. Tell a friend, tell a family member. It's a
Tell your
great way to
postman.
support.
Yeah, tell
Tell
everybody.
your postman. I mean, do a donation, do a paid subscription. Those are good ways to financially support if you enjoyed our content this season. Of course, you can always tweet us using hashtag YRLive or check out the past 10 years of our shows over at yourrealityrecaps.com.
It's been over 10 years, hasn't it?
Sure has.
My gosh.
If we were just meaner and split people's throats and like stepped on people and were like shady, nasty people, we could be so much more successful.
Right? You know,
I just can't play that game.
I can't either. And plus, I'm getting older. I think I'm getting a little nicer. You know, we're in this woke, world now. You know, and speaking of like people like Jeffrey Marks, has won an Emmy. He won an Emmy.
I know, our Jeffrey. Wait, were you just talking to him this week too?
I wasn't talking. Oh, I was texting him. Yeah.
Yeah, so did I. It's so funny. I have a feeling we were texting about the same thing. I referred you.
I was going to refer you.
Our good friend Jeffrey Marks, Emmy winner, sent out a text that he was looking for old gays to join a TV show.
Right.
And I said, the only old gay I know is John Richardson.
Oh.
And I said, I need more friends, Jeffrey.
You do. Well, you need single ones because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what can you do? So Jeffrey Marks also, I don't know. I'll just say allegedly in case I'm not allowed to say, but Jeffrey Marks used to be a handler for the, people might know him from the Glass House. And then after the Glass House, he was actually a handler for the Jury House on Big Brother. And allegedly is, not the way that I know how everything works in the Jury House.
Allegedly.
He definitely didn't tell me the way everything happens in the Jury House, like the way the handlers are and how they're not allowed to talk to each other and how they keep them separated and they're not supposed to talk game, but then the handlers really don't care and just let them talk game because who cares? But I mean, he would never tell me those things.
It's kind of like the refs in my dodgeball game, they just don't pay attention because they're from other teams.
I feel like you need something from us. Is there some sort of a validation you want about the dodgeball?
No,
Are we supposed to be like, you did it, buddy. Great job.
You're doing it, Comedy Jonah. You're out really there. You're socializing. You're getting exercise. You old girl. And I say girl. I'm sorry. I guess my pronouns are he, him, and I'm a cis male, but I say girl.
Okay, but we do comedic recaps, and we get it when you say girl, because I tweet it too. Anyway, and girl, I have a feeling people are going to have Angry Eric tonight anyway, so there's a lot of things for them to be upset about.
What do you mean?
I mean, you saw tonight what we talked about a little bit on the last show of Douchebag Monty.
Wow. I was shocked. Yes, we were talking about that and that conversation with him and Brittany tonight. I was like, holy crap.
Okay, well, that conversation with him and Brittany tonight was a 2 on a scale of 1 to 10, as the way the conversation actually happened, which was a 9-10. Now, perhaps they're saving it for tomorrow night's episode. I mean, it did happen. It happened the day after POV, so they could be showing it. It was when Brittany and Taylor went to talk to Monty together, and he basically just berated Brittany for 3 hours and just went on like a misogynistic, you're the worst, your game is the worst, I will never work with you in this game, but we'll talk about it later. Let's go back to the beginning, because we have so much to laugh about on this episode. So
True.
much.
True.
Um, First of all, I have a serious question.
What?
Is Brittany a Muppet? I mean, why does she always talk like this when she's talking and then she goes like, oh,
Oh.
boo, and I don't know, but I won't have a baby, and I don't know if I won't have a baby, but I want boo. Like, that's how she talks. Like, she can talk normally and be like, I don't know what's happening. But then there are other times where she's like, I don't know what's happening, and I don't know what I
Well,
already
I
know.
think her emotions are kind of getting in. I've seen her talk kind of normal, and but I also see her still doing the same mistakes that she was doing, since she got into the house too. So, but that whole thing with her and trying to have a kid and her condition made me
Ugh.
feel for her. I really was like, okay, she needs a hug.
Oh, well, everyone needs to just take a seat because wait until you hear who I think deserves to be in the final two.
Oh, I can't wait.
Spoiler alert. Um, so, I mean, for starters, can we talk about how much the money edit annoyed me? What are you gonna do with the money? I want to get out of my mommy's house. Oh, I'm gonna open up a barista store and blah blah blah. I'm sorry, Turner has annoyed the shit out of me. And don't get me wrong, I love Turner and I still want a rug, but he has annoyed the shit out of me. I do not understand how he's running a business at 23 years old.
Well, I don't.
Um,
So running it alone.
and I just love how he's like, I'm just gonna open a shop too. Bitch, I can't figure out how to get Google AdSense working, and this thing's running a store. Whatever. Okay, so
I can't
uh,
believe he feels he needs the money. He can finally marry his girlfriend Megan. You can
first of
marry
all,
her. You don't need money. I don't understand why winning this you can finally marry her. I thought that was weird. I thought the chameleon was weird. Like, put your money into your business. That's what you're supposed to be doing, and get a house and and fund all of that, and then of course help your sphere of people that you have around you, your family, your chosen family, whatever you want to call it. But then the 40 grand chameleon, was it a joke?
not 40 grand, $40.
It, there's no chameleon that's cost $40. Hey Google, how much do chameleons cost?
Sorry, I don't have any information about
You
that.
What are you talking
bastard.
about? It was $40.
Expensive to have a chameleon?
Yes.
I have a new question. How many drinks did you have before this one that you thought it's $40,000 for a chameleon?
That's it. I'm typing it up.
Mary, look in your chat room. Because everybody's probably telling you it's $40.
Are they? I thought it was 40K, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
No, just $40.
All right, 30 to 100.
Exactly. No one's paying $40,000 for
I
a
was
chameleon.
Well, I didn't know if it was some rare chameleon or what. I just thought it was weird. So I was like, that's weird.
Oh my
And it's like,
god.
why are you opening up a coffee shack when you've got your business?
First of all, I just failed right now. I'm going to make it about me and our podcast for a moment. I've had a very bad day and found out that my whole, central air, everything in my house is going to cost $2,500 to fix. Now, had I not just told you about the chameleon, what I should have done is just walked outside and grabbed one, and then after the show, been like, John, I got such a great fucking deal for you. Look, it's a chameleon. I'll give it to you for just $2,000. You can go make 38 profit.
I don't want
And
a
you would have
chameleon.
done it if I wouldn't have told you.
I don't want a chameleon. I just thought it was weird.
You
I
could
thought it
have
was some
made
rare one.
38,000 profit.
I thought it was some
Darn
rare
it.
one, like from,
Yeah, this one's rare. This is a rare one I
from
have.
Long Island, it's not rare. There's nothing
Yeah, it
rare
is.
there.
Has radiation poisoning.
Behind. Nothing rare there, but you're behind.
Here's what annoyed me about them talking about what I'm gonna do, what I'm
Right.
gonna do with the money, and oh my god, only if I want the money. First of all, I'm sick of this because this is the thing. Once again, I'm just going to say, how would I know? But I know. These people, they're all top 5. As long as they don't come out and be assholes, they are going to have at least 50,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
They are going to be being paid anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 an Instagram post. Stop acting like you need to win this game anymore to live your life. 2,000 to 5,000 a post, and you could probably think of how often you see Holly selling something multiple times a week, Christy, all these people, every single one, multiple times, cha-ching, thousands. They're fine. Brittany's gonna be able to have her baby after a month. She's gonna get like some offer for selling like condoms or baby shit on Instagram, and she's
What
gonna
about
be
Monty's
just
brother
fine.
funding his real estate dreams?
I'm sorry, what?
Monty's saying he wants to fund his brother's real estate dreams. You know, I'm funding my own real estate dreams by going out there and actually selling real estate.
Well, leave it up to Monty to want to pay someone to do the work for him.
I bought my own exam. I bought my own study materials. I actually go out there and I sell it and rent it and buy it. And
Yeah, conveniently on the days when Derek is on the show.
exactly.
Yeah, weird.
That's me funding my own real estate dreams. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going to use from now on, Eric.
I just have to say, you know, so whatever. I don't feel bad for these people when they're like, I need to win and I need 40,000 for a baby.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. That did also, you know, as much as I haven't been the biggest Britney fan, once you start humanizing her, then I definitely like her more. And I feel I'm always rooting for the underdog. Once
Right.
Britney lost power and became the underdog, then I started to feel for her.
And we always do that too. Okay, so another thing. Taylor wants her life back. Where did her life go?
Beats me. She's Miss America.
Taylor's live. Taylor's live. Where are you? I don't understand. Why
I got news for you, Taylor. You're Miss America. You walked into this house with 50 designer outfits. Sell one.
on Instagram.
What am I missing?
Right? I was just like, I just want to get my life back and a house and a car. Where did your life go? It seemed pretty terrific until the first 4 weeks in this house. I mean, you were doing great.
Well, that's the thing. Here's my thought process. I was thinking, I got so wrapped up in how horrible Taylor was treated the first month of this game.
Right.
I got into this mindset of like, well, that was Taylor's life before the game. It wasn't. She has an amazing life.
She's gorgeous.
Miss America.
Pageants. She's got expensive clothes. I mean, she seemed to be doing great until, the women just went a little crazy on her.
Yeah, but I'm just, I mean, we all know all of that. I mean, Miss USA, whatever. Miss America, Miss USA, what's the difference?
Yeah. Still,
what's the difference?
that's a lie. That's a
my
lie.
point is, she's Miss Michigan.
Miss Michigan, who
But I'm
was
just
Miss
saying.
USA, who had a life,
Yeah.
who was doing pretty well.
Not USA. It was just Michigan. I'm wrong.
Miss Michigan. Still, you have a platform. You won money. You're doing appearances. You're getting money. So, I mean, you live with your parents. Who cares? But you had a life.
When Gwen told me that if she's doing pageants, she's rich. Only rich people can afford to do pageants.
Right. Which you see those little children, little kids in tiaras or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they have money. And, she's doing good. She's getting personal appearances, all of that stuff. She was, to me, she was the most established person. And then next to,
Yes.
DJ Snowflake. But she was the most established person.
I think
I love your
Turner
face.
is technically
Taylor's
the
the most established in this house. Yeah.
I would think Turner is probably the most established, but yeah, I would say she's second.
I was being sarcastic when I said DJ Snow.
Oh, no, I got it. I just know that the Turner fans are going to be like, but Turner owns multiple businesses.
I just want to I want to order a rug, but I want to be there as he has the rug gun. And then I want to, like, also do it.
I got news for you. I heard Turner talking today on the live feeds, and Turner was me at 23. I don't think anybody should expect anything from Turner. I think he's going to come out and be laser focused on work. Because even Alyssa said to him, like, oh, are you going to come visit me in Florida? And he literally, in all sincerity, knowing she's going to jury, turned to her and went, no, I don't have time for stuff like that in my real life. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that offend you? She's going to jury, Turner. And her whole face, like you watched Alyssa's little stupid heartbreak. She's like, you wouldn't come and visit? And he's like, no, why would I go to Florida? I'm busy.
I'd be like, everyone's getting a rug, their own custom rug. Even if I didn't mean it, I'd be like, everyone's doing it. What do you want?
I mean, honestly, that's how I feel now. I don't have a minute for anyone. My whole life is telling people I don't have time. So, like, I get it. But,
Well,
I mean,
like
you can let them down easily, Turner.
You can, especially if they're going to jury, but you don't have anybody going to jury, so you don't have to let them down. You're like a caretaker to 15 people, so you're busy. And now your central air has gone. Be hot and cold.
I don't want to say it's karma for mocking your lack of air, but whatever.
Here's my central air right here.
Nice little fan. Oh, you can't see mine, but I got the same
but
thing.
But it's got a little tub underneath, and you can put ice in it, so it's got a fine mist.
Love it. Love that for you.
Central air.
So, he, you know, whatever. I didn't care about the money thing because I think they're all going to be just fine. Plus, they're all getting bonuses every week that they're in their house. Let's not act like any of them are going to be poor for coming off the show. The only people whose lives will be ruined coming off of this show are going to be Nicole, Daniel, and Kyle. Right. Those are the three people who I would say will probably have...
Paloma?
And Paloma will probably have irreversible financial damage because of their time on the show.
What's the other one that starts with Amira?
No. Amira's fine.
Is she fine? Okay.
I don't even think Terrence will that much. I don't even think Monty will that much. Even though, you know, we as a society seem to forgive misogynism. You know, we forget that.
Especially men.
That lotion up their hot bodies.
Mm.
Yeah. So, so yeah, the money thing was a little bit ridiculous.
What would have been a good answer to say to that? What was Monty expecting, do you think, when he said that, as far as who he was going to put up as a nom if they didn't have a good money answer?
Wait, what?
So what would be a good answer? And then secondly, why would he ask that question? Because would that determine who he was going to do a replacement nom if they didn't have a good answer? I don't know what his intention was by asking that.
Okay, and to be clear, the question you're referring to is what would you do if you won the money?
Right.
Okay, Brittany's the one that asked that question.
I thought Monty did.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Brittany asked it in the bathroom. That's why I was so confused as to what you were saying. But what is the right answer to what you're going to do with the money? I'm going to open an orphanage for children.
Okay. And then what do you think okay. Then my other question's obsolete.
I'm going to open up a mental health counseling center for all of the crazy people that watch the live feeds. I'm going to donate all the money to provide them mental health.
I'm going to open up a Big Brother rehab facility for all the guests that exit the house. They can go into my facility and I can help them back into society.
Again, we joke about this, but any of the, you know, long-time listeners of this show will know I went to school and I made my own major of, I took radio and television production, and then I took psychology, and literally the reason why was I wanted to counsel people when they got off of reality TV, because I saw the early seasons of Big Brother and thought, God, these people must be so messed up when they come out of that house.
Yeah.
They could use mental help.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I did that. And then, I realized I don't want to fucking hear people's problems all day. What an idiot. What an idiot. So that was a waste of 4 years. Anyway, Turner knows how to clean a room. Yay, Turner. Do we want Turner to be with Alyssa?
No.
I would like a poll in chat. We know that Turner is shouting out Megan, his girlfriend, who now we know he wants to marry. I'm just curious, do we want Taylor to end up with Megan or Alyssa? I'm just curious what the chat will say. It looks like no, everyone wants him to be with Megan.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Well, we want
All
somebody that has a soul for Turner, right? But then it's like, Alyssa's just gonna have to clean up after him. Who wants to do that? Ugh. And poor Megan, oh my gosh, she must just be just sweating, keeping that house clean, dishes, dinner on the table. I was just like,
what is it, 1950s?
Yeah, but really, I mean, he was talking about, remember that big pile that was over there? It's like, seriously?
I mean, here's the thing. And I say this with all due respect, I don't know the relationship at all of Turner and Megan, other than he is just shouting her out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they've been together for,
well, we
a few
saw
years.
her, right? We saw her earlier in the season.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think 23 is way too young for anyone to settle down, Turner or Megan. And I think that when you're that age, you should be living your life and exploring all your options. And I think you should explore the Alyssa
So what you're
options.
saying is they should be having sex with more people.
Just living life and not committing, because I guarantee that while I am aware, before everybody starts yelling at me of, I've been with my husband since I was 17, well, I'm aware there's a good exception to the rule, and a good 2 to 3% of people that have the happily ever after.
I want to talk to that person that's been with their husband at 17 and go, is it been worth it?
Yeah, because here's the thing. I'm going to go with at least 80% of the people who were with, their significant others from early on in their teens and 20s will say that they severely regret it and they would be a much happier, better person had they,
explored the field a little bit more.
Just slow down. There's no rush. You have your whole life to commit to somebody. Like, for the love of God, your brain isn't even done developing.
No.
Just relax. You don't need to be married at 23.
I waited to commit until I was 40.
There you go. So you really knew.
But I really know, what I'm in now.
I like how Chad is like, Eric is projecting. No, I'm allowed to be with anyone I want. I choose to be with my hubs.
Right, and
same for him. And again,
too.
and I keep saying this on the show, if anybody is into people that like antiques and old things, I will set you up with my hubs. Please, I could use a break.
Right, and mine is a sports guy, so if you like sports and like going to stadium and eating stadium food, hit me up.
Right.
I'm renting him out. I'll rent him out.
A break.
I'll rent him out, and I don't mean money. I mean like food or cosmetics, whatever. Yeah, I need a break too.
Do it. We all want a break. So, I mean, and I say that with all, respect for Megan. She sounds great. I just think...
Well, we met her and she looks great. Megan's cute.
Well, we didn't meet her, but we saw her for a second.
We saw her. But, I mean, they talked. We didn't, meet her, but we saw them communicate. So,
yeah,
she's cute. Looks like a really super sweetie. But yeah, I was just like, the whole deal with the dirty room. I'm just like, she, poor thing, must be picking up stuff all the time, and then having to do her focus on her own career too. So it was just weird.
Well,
It was
if you
weird.
learned anything tonight, Turner has picked her career for her. She has to run the coffee shop.
Another
Well, Turner
misogynistic.
says so, Megan, so
Yeah,
you better get on board.
he's
Hope
the
you know what you're
man.
marrying.
He's the man.
He's the man. Hope you know what you're marrying. He expects you to run the coffee shop.
Pick up after him, wash his underwear, cook his meals, do his dishes, and now you have to leave your career to focus on his.
For the rest of your life, and call me crazy, I bet you're going to be making more money than him. So when you end up getting that divorce at 30, you're going to
Yeah.
be paying him for the rest of your life.
Hopefully,
But totally get married at 23. It's
honey,
worth it.
if he wins, accept the ring and sell it. Get on with your life.
Accept the ring, sell it. I'm just saying. I know that I am aware, that game is not real life, but we. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how these kids are in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that they're happy is what's important. Turner cleans a room, great for him. What is with all lately? My hubs, it seems always to happen when he walks in the room with the brushing of the teeth clips lately. The last episode was Turner brushing his teeth nonstop. Now we have chainsaw noises where Brittany's brushing it. Who's sicko fetish in the editing department? Are they like, oh God, we love this oral fixation? Like, who wants to see that?
It wasn't just an oral fixation. She wasn't doing it correctly, right? I mean, it seemed like she was doing it really, like she had such a grip on the toothbrush and she was doing it so hard. You're not supposed to brush your teeth that hard. You're supposed to lightly have a soft bristle and just work everything out. She was going to town.
Let me just explain
and then
something.
having the chainsaw noise too. I could not stop laughing. I was like, that's what it looks like. That's what it was just so hard. I'm like, do you have any enamel? Are your teeth so soft? They're like whale teeth now. Like, what's happening?
There are two things that have changed my life, aside from September 11th. There are points in my life where I could say I was a different person before this moment and after this moment. The first one is, now, just like exactly what you were saying about I Want a Baby, Brittany, that you can go back in my bubbles from All Stars, and yeah, I literally remember saying, my life is forever changed. I don't think I'll ever be okay again because I had to watch Nicole brush her teeth. And for some reason, the camera just loved showing it. And I thought the same exact thing. It was the most aggressive teeth brushing I've ever seen in my life. It was like she was murdering her teeth.
Nicole Anthony?
It was, yes. It's in my bubbles. And it was so uncomfortable. And there was so much like, bang, 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 bang. I was like, are you trying to knock a tooth out? Like, we had to have a whole talk about it after the season. I was like, I'm going to get you an electric toothbrush, and you need to calm down.
Well, I mean, yeah, even with the regular one, you just lightly do it. I have an electric one that's also like a water pick, too. So I brush it lightly, and then I have my water pick, and then you floss, right?
Yeah. So that was one thing that changed my life. Now, something else changed my life yesterday, and I have to preface this because just people have to understand me, okay? And this is Big Brother related. I don't like blood. I don't like horror movies. I don't like things that are scary. Everybody who has been, again, a longtime listener of the show knows I can't handle pregnant ladies. Like when they're like, oh, feel my belly, and you can feel the human being moving inside of me. That is some fucked up shit. And you'll never convince me otherwise. It's a human being growing under someone's skin.
It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Okay, well, congratulations to Swaggy and Bailey, who just gave birth to their first baby. I want to say congratulations on the miracle of life. I think that is so amazing. And for the love of God, why did I have to watch it be ripped out of Bailey's vagina in my timeline and have a bloody baby there? I almost passed out.
They put it on social media?
Yes! I was just scrolling my time. I'm like, what is that? Is that a baby? Why is it covered in blood? Is that Bailey's legs? And I get it. It is the miracle of childbirth, and I am sure it is so beautiful. But I never needed to see that. Ever. There should have been a warning. I thought I watched a murder. I was like, ah.
Well, what's scary about that versus, a horror film? The horror film's fake. That's real.
Yes, I knew it was real.
It's right there. You've seen all kinds of comedies and stuff where the woman's giving birth. They're not showing it, but then a lot of the men and some women are looking down, going, "How are you doing that?" And I'm only can imagine, how are you opening yourself up so wide to get like an 8-pound human being out of you? And then I've never seen it, and now I'm horrified that it's on social media. I don't know. It's
so beautiful. Like, the baby is adorable.
Oh my God, they're both cute. Yeah, the baby's gonna be gorgeous, just like Kenya's daughter's gorgeous.
Yes, the baby is adorable. I just didn't need to see it being,
like, once you wiped off the blood and placenta.
Yes, and the umbilical cord was there. I was just like, huh. My hub's sister had a baby. I just want to point this out to you. And she had it the same exact way, right? And then everyone knew. Well, natural, like at home, whatever. And everybody knew.
Like, what do you mean at home?
She had it at home. Just believe me, she had the baby at home. No. I don't know, because I can't handle these things. So, of course, my hubs, I had to support my hubs. Everyone understood, well, Eric's not going to come in, and then Hubs knows that I'm neurotic. So he waited to tell me, okay, everything's good now. It's been a lot of time. You can come in. I walk into the room, there's literally a table on the side with this giant bloody whatever, and I literally looked at it and I went, what is that? And they were like, oh, it's the placenta. We have to save it for the stem cells. And I went, and I passed out.
Well, a lot of times they're eating the placenta.
No, that's what dogs do.
Mm-hmm. Some humans.
That's not what humans do.
No, humans, they dry it out, they make it into a powder, and they can take it in a pill. Capsule.
All right, well, dogs also do. Oddly, I had no problem helping my dog give birth.
I had a pig, and I had no problem helping her give birth.
Yeah, that's weird, right? That's weird that way. Anyway, back on track. Congratulations to Swaggy and Bailey. But maybe the video could have been, watch the birth of our baby and just show her holding it and the love of a baby.
The love of a baby.
I just think that is probably traumatic for people that might not have had happy births. It was traumatic for me.
I have to look that up.
Okay. So seriously, though, congratulations to those two. Because I think Bailey is going to be an amazing mom.
Oh, I do too.
Swaggy is going to be an amazing dad, and I think that kid is going to have an amazing life. I am jealous that I am not that kid. Kid is going to be in designer clothes and have all the nicest things. Okay, so back to tonight.
So we talked, like last time, we knew that this Veto comp was early in the morning. How early was it again?
It was like 8 a.m. Big Brother time, but you have to remember they've been staying up until like...
Except for Brittany, yeah.
Except for Brittany, they're
Right.
staying up until like 6 a.m. Big Brother time. Like, they're staying up until the sun is rising.
Right.
And then the comp was, happening.
Right.
So I laughed so hard. This speaks, Monty, now that I saw this play out, Monty can stand there, and on the feeds, we don't get to see everything that happened because obviously the feeds were down for it.
Right.
Monty was playing it off as, oh, I got out of the bed and I had to put my contacts in, and it takes me a while to put my contacts in, and it's not fair. And no, this showed the lengths of Monty's entitlement, where he just assumed they're gonna wait for me. Why wouldn't they wait for me? I'm the HOH. They're not going to start the competition without me. I'll just stroll along casually and do whatever I love that they showed how arrogant Monty could be. And then I even loved, if you think about it, that the DR must have been pissed at him, because think of how many times they made him say it. They made him do the normal run through of it, of the I didn't get downstairs on time. Then they made him do it again. Hi, viewers, if you're just tuning in, I didn't get to the competition in time. And then they made him say it a third time. They must have just been berating him in the DR about it, which I love. 'Cause what a douchebag.
Well, people have their morning routines, right? Do you have?
Well, you don't have time for that.
Do you have a morning routine that you must do before you start your business?
Yes, it's called opening my eyes, realize that I am suffering from crippling depression, trying to fight through the anxiety to get out of bed, shoving an Adderall in my mouth, hope that does the trick, usually doesn't.
So see, if you could not do those things, you probably couldn't have done the veto if you didn't. I mean, what if you dropped the pill and it bounced on the floor and then it kind of went under the bed?
Yeah, that's just normal morning. Normal Morton for me. But yeah, what's your morning routine look like?
I get up and I go right into the kitchen. I've got this probiotic green drink that I must have in this little shaker. And I wake up 30 minutes before my first call or meeting with clients. And I don't wake up for another hour and a half. I'm not a morning person. But I don't know why Monty had to take a shower. I don't know why Monty had to put on contacts. He sleeps with his glasses on. I don't understand that either. Isn't that uncomfortable? Can't you roll over and break them? Like, lots of weird things are happening. But it's like, if you're that serious about this game, it's like, and you're right, I think there's arrogance there. It's like, I'm the HOH, they're not going to start without me. And I love the fact that, Monty. Oh, wait, that's British. It was like a German accent. But I can't do it right now. You're late for the comp, you're out. I love that they called him out on it, because it was just like, really?
Well,
really.
And I think, they tried to do it in a cute way and make it be like, oh, it's part of the show. But we know from watching the live feeds that they're pissed at them for never getting up, and they're constantly giving them wake-up calls, and they're never listening. So I love that they did it this way.
Yeah.
I thought the competition was cool.
I
Fun
thought it
and
was
new.
super cool. I loved this competition. It was something we haven't seen before.
The most excited I've ever seen you be about competition.
Well, the reason I get excited is because, I love those gears, because I love that steampunk that the BB Can 6 did, and we went to the house. Yeah, so I'm loving I love the gears and all of that.
Oh,
anyway, I love this competition. I was really confused why, like, Alyssa was starting in the middle. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand. Like, wouldn't you start to build it from the bottom? And, a lot of things Brittany was saying was making sense to me. Like, if all pieces are going to go, then they have to have a certain flow. And Alyssa was just, I'm not a clockmaker. You're not making a clock, Alyssa. You're just putting gears on a light board. It's like a light bright. Can you?
She's an idiot. Although, just wait. So, yeah. Whatever. I'm so glad that Brittany won. Now, what did you think of her yelling out, "This is for you, Michael," and
I
then
loved it.
Turner being like, "What do you mean it's for Michael? He just berated you last week, Brittany, and now you're being nice to him? What?"
23.
Exactly. As I said, 23-year-old Turner, I know this might be a foreign concept to you since you like to split the throat of everyone you're closest with week after week, but you can actually still be loyal and care about the people that you're working with for more than just a 1-week basis.
Not loyal at all. Yeah.
He's only loyal to Monty's penis.
And ass. Or I'm just loyal to Monty's ass, I guess.
And as I said on the other episode, Taylor needs to knock Turner off Monty's dick if she wants to get ahead in the game. And, well, stay tuned.
She tried to.
Stay tuned. The snake has been uncaged.
Oh, I want her so bad.
So, yeah, I was very happy that Brittany won. And now, again, we kind of talked about this on the last episode. All of the chaos happened after this. They did not show this on the episode. They just made it seem like Brittany and Taylor had a cute little chit-chat on the bed, and what are we going to do? We got to convince Monty. And okay, let's convince Monty. Okay, great.
Hey, girl, what are we going to do? What's the plan, girl?
Who are you? Oh, are we role-playing?
Are we?
I thought we were.
I'm Brittany. Hey, girl.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm Taylor.
Okay. I just won the POV.
Oh my gosh, I'm really nervous. I don't know what to do. I'm just really scared.
Well, first of all, I gotta say to you that you've been ignoring me the whole week.
I think Monty's gonna put me up. I don't know. I don't feel very, because Taylor talks without moving her teeth when she gets nervous. So I just don't think. I think he's gonna put me up. I'm not really sure.
Well, why don't we talk about how you've been ignoring me for the whole week?
I'm sorry. I just don't have really much to say to you since
I have to hear the Britney voice to do it. I have to hear how Britney muppets it up to do it. She always talks so normal, and then she just goes into this Muppet voice all the time. All the time.
Like the chef on the Muppets?
It is, but she's... Yes, but it's more high-pitched when she does it. It's more like, I don't know about if I want to have the baby. I have to hear it to do it is my problem. Anyway, the point is, Brittany was pissed at Taylor at the start of this conversation. She was like, you had nothing to do with me. You didn't care to talk to me. Everyone was leaving me out of everything. Now that I won the veto, all of a sudden you want to talk to me. And this is when Taylor filled Brittany in on everything that happened the previous week with Michael. The way that they all knew that she was doing this stuff from the Turner conversation. They left that entire part out. This whole thing was about Taylor Brittany talking to Turner that day and trying to make a final two with him. That is this big thing that Brittany has done that everybody's mad at her about. And now Taylor has filled her in on it. And that is why now her and Taylor feel justified that they can go and explain this and write this in Monty's brain. Brittany never should have went without Taylor, which is what we saw on the show tonight, because you could tell it pissed Monty off. Now, it pissed Monty off because he's a misogynistic douchebag that is like, how dare she play a game? How dare
a woman talk to me this way?
How dare she threaten me? Let alone the fact that Monty literally threatened everyone. Monty did this, which I would say is way more of a threat. I just want you to know, the NOMS aren't locked in. So if I find out that anybody was talking about me this week and you didn't tell me, I will change the NOMS and you will become a target. Now, that to me sounds like a direct threat, as opposed to what Brittany said of, Monty, like, we're supposed to be in a final three, me, you, and Taylor, which again, they left that completely out of the edit for some reason. So, I don't understand. If you are putting up Taylor, obviously we're not in a final three, so what does that mean
Well,
for
I
us
mean,
next
they're in a
week?
final three. You're just not. You're the three. You know what I mean? Like you're Turner's the two, Monty's the one type of final three, right?
No, the
Um,
final
I
three is Taylor, Monty, and Brittany. So Brittany was saying to him, if you're putting Taylor on the block right now, how are Taylor and I supposed to feel like you want to be in a final
right,
three with us next week? And that's what he took as a threat,
right.
and then literally went around and cried about it for an entire day on the fucking feeds,
Well,
which,
Monty has a point, though. I mean, if I was playing Monty's game with his perspective, and if Turner goes on the block and gets voted out, he has to win. And if he does, he can't play HOH next week, and the girls could get him out. He Turner is a shield for him. I understood his logic tonight.
okay, I agree with you that Turner is a shield for him. That wasn't the point that he was making. We all agreed that Turner is the shield for him. That's the thing that he should have just been sticking with and saying. It's the fact that he acts like he's like all high and mighty and you have to do what I say and how
Right.
dare you threaten me.
I
She's not threatening you.
and I loved hearing Brittany strong arm him. Like it was
But I don't
hilarious.
feel like she did.
Oh, she did. She did in her own kind of suburban Karen way, where, she was just like,
I don't know
okay,
what.
she started in this episode with, hey, now that I'm on the block, was it something I said? Did something to go wrong? Do I need to explain myself, right? Because she's overdoing it like a Karen does, right? Now that she's won the veto, she goes up there, hey, what should we do about this? By the way, I really think you should make it easy this week, right? And put up Turner, make it
But
an
I.
easier week. That was that, passive aggressive strong arming, and I loved it. She was so direct. I loved hearing the confidence with Brittany tonight. I liked her even more. It was the best like thing that she had done. But I think it also pushed Monty to put up Taylor, where
Well,
poor
Monty's an
Taylor wasn't
idiot.
there. Yeah,
It didn't push him to. He always was doing it.
he was going anyway. Yeah, you're right.
Here's the thing. I guess I just don't see it as strong. I see that is how Britney should have reacted. She thought they were in a final three. She was going up there to celebrate. I won. We did it. We're gonna be the final three. Yay. And Monty is just giving her.
That's right, the Monty face.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Is that what you think, Brittany?
I loved seeing Monty's face tonight, getting completely offended by her, and then his DR with who does she think she is, and I was just
She.
like, oh my god, everything Eric has been saying in these last two shows of things that you have seen on the feeds and all of that. Holy, like and I know it's a taste. I know he's probably even worse. Like this was the good at it, right? But to me,
That
it was horrifying.
That was him in a DR understanding America could see it. Imagine how horrible he is not in a DR.
And you said you wanted to set him up with our precious Ozza?
Never. Now that I've seen what a misogynistic, gaslighting douchebag he is, oh my god. I literally tweeted out, here are the rules for Monty's HOH. 1, only Monty is allowed to ask questions. Number 2, only Monty is allowed to lie and keep secrets. Number 3, everyone must tell Monty their entire game or he will nominate them. Number 4, only Monty can make threats to people, like in number 3. And 5, only he can have multiple final twos. Hating women is a plus. Those are the rules for Monty's HOH, if you needed to know. I mean, he's just so arrogant. It's disgusting. And I don't even think we've seen the worst of it, because when Taylor and Brittany go to talk to him, which will probably be
Right.
tomorrow night's episode, that's where he just lays into Brittany and he's just like, you're gross. You haven't done anything. You're a liar. Everything's your fault. I can't trust you. I can do that. And half the shit he's saying is a lie and he's to where it's like his whole thing is, I'm so offended that you would dare accuse me of having a final two with Turner, and just berating her and berating her. And we all know you have a final two with Taylor, you asshole. Turner. Well, he also has one with Taylor.
Well,
So that's the point.
Except Brittany.
Just don't be an asshole about it. You didn't have to, you just don't have to be an asshole about it. Like, you can play the game and make all those moves. You just don't have to be this misogynistic douchebag asshole doing it when we all know what the truth is.
No, and I absolutely agree. So, tomorrow night, Alyssa goes home. She's in jury. All her friends are there. She's got a huge influence there, right? Then next week happens. HOH. Monty can't play. Hypothetically, Turner wins. Does Turner try to take a shot at Monty?
Okay, maybe we should talk about what actually happened.
Oh, sorry.
So,
put some talking points here.
No, I'm going to give you the talking points. We can have the real ones, not fake ones. So,
not the hypothetical?
No. So, get ready, because this is where everything changes. So, you know, we saw Monty puts up Taylor because Monty's a douchebag, and that's what he's going to do anyway, yada, yada, yada. So now, Monty flat out says to Taylor, look, you trust me, right? I'm going to vote for you to stay. You say you trust Brittany, and Brittany's in the room. He's like, Brittany is voting for you to stay. So you're saying it doesn't matter what Turner does. If he wants to give a vote to Alyssa, he can do it. I'm the tiebreaker. You can trust me. I will never vote you out, Taylor. So as long as you can trust Brittany, everything's fine. And Taylor is like, okay, yeah, I trust Brittany. So great. Okay, great. Now, Taylor goes on the block. And then yesterday happens, John. When Brittany wakes up and realizes all I have to do is vote Taylor, and then Taylor goes. So, Alyssa has a conversation with Brittany, and basically Brittany tells Alyssa, Turner's voting you out. And that upset Alyssa a lot. But they came up with the plan. All you have to do is convince Turner to give you a vote. I will vote for you to stay. I will vote Taylor out. And she's like, I'm sorry. I went to Monty. Taylor and I went to Monty. We made it very clear. This was our final three. You don't get to have both. Like, this is Brittany talking. She's like, you're not going to get to have Turner and Taylor in your final four when you're screwing over our final three. I'm sorry to Taylor. I'm voting you out. And here's the thing. These conversations lasted all day yesterday between Alyssa and Brittany. And here's my thing. This is why Taylor is so bad at this game. She just let them talk. Taylor is so comfortable in Monty's bed that she let all of this happen, and she's probably going home tomorrow now. Now, the other part that you missed is Taylor and Monty hooked up, not once, but now twice. It's all over Twitter in case you haven't seen it. Literally said stuff like, I knew you didn't know because you had no comment. They're laying in bed together and Taylor rolls over to... Sorry, I'm used to Turner being on Monty's dick. Taylor rolls over and he goes, yeah, it's time to uncage the snake.
Well, that's funny that you said that because Jermaine King, which, by the way, thank you for our tip, says, Eric, how can you not like Monty? He spends his nights freeing snakes from cages. He's an animal lover.
First of all, I think Monty's a douchebag, which again, if you're a long-time follower of the show, you know I know that for me, that means I think he's really hot. And he's really hot. So yeah. Yeah. I want Monty to like throw me around the bedroom a little bit and have a nice time. That's
Right.
great. And then I'm done and I'm over it.
I
So
told
don't get
Eric.
me wrong. I understand why Taylor is having sexy time with Monty, but old Taylor just let her whole game go in the last 48 hours to play with Monty's penis.
So that was
I'm-
a 750,000 to 75,000
Yup.
one night stands.
Yep. I'm so gutted by Taylor. Like, don't get me wrong. We've known that Taylor, again, the person is amazing. We have known that Taylor's game has been abysmal this season, and this is like the final nail in her horrible gameplay that is going to send her home, is that she made it all this way and she just let Alyssa and Brittany make an entire plot and an entire plan for the last 2 days under her nose. I'm just so frustrated that Taylor allowed this to happen.
That's her path.
She's going to be so blindsided.
Yeah.
Is there a chance? Now, okay, so here's the other part. I see Annie saying in chat, is there a chance she says? There is, because here's the thing. Alyssa is also stupid, as we're aware. But, so in her stupidity, she stupidly threatened Turner low-key. Now, let me take this back. Everybody told me she threatened Turner, and then I watched all this last night on Twitch with everyone, like we do late nights.
Yeah.
So I didn't really see it as a threat. Alyssa said more along the lines of, are we going to be friends after this if, you send me out? That's really going to hurt my feelings. Yada, yada. Turner ran to Monty and was like, Monty, Alyssa just told me news. I have to report it to you, Monty. Monty, is there still room on your penis for me? I saw you with Taylor last night, Monty. Are we still okay, Daddy? Daddy, are we still okay, Daddy? Okay, so let me just tell you what happened downstairs now. Well, we have a minute, Monty. I just gotta tell you, we have a minute, okay? Just let me tell you what happened with Alyssa, okay? I can tell you everything. Okay, so anyway, so he couldn't wait to run to Alyssa, run to Monty 4 seconds after Alyssa left and was like, Alyssa threatened me. Turner and Monty with we're being threatened by the girls is the most cringy fucking thing I've ever seen. I get it with Turner. He's 23 and a kid. Jesus Christ, Monty, you're almost 30 years old. You're not being threatened by anyone.
Right.
For Christ's sake, it's fucking cringy and embarrassing. Turner tells Monty, Alyssa's threatening me and all this stuff. So now we don't really know what Turner's gonna do. Because now Turner's all butthurt that Alyssa said, I don't know that will be the way Turner took it. It's not how Alyssa said it.
Right.
Turner took it as she's saying we're not gonna be friends if I vote her out after. So now Turner's all butthurt. And whatever. So now we really don't know. We think Turner will vote for her. Brittany has been keeping up the charade, acting as if she is keeping Taylor. And to my surprise, Alyssa has not told Turner. Now, I haven't seen the feeds in a few hours, but Alyssa, to my knowledge as of Wednesday night, Alyssa has not yet told Turner that she has Brittany's vote, Brittany is going to talk to Turner tonight as of when the show started, says Courtney. Correct.
So why don't they each vote for the one of them and Monty do a tiebreaker and get the
Because
blood on his
Monty
hand?
would keep Taylor.
Right.
And Brittany does not want Monty to have Taylor and Turner.
Because she wants to be sitting next to him.
It's not that she wants to be sitting next to him. She just feels we had a final 3. You refuse to honor the final 3. And I'm watching Taylor clearly spend every night with you. I'm getting
Isn't Taylor
jealous
more
now.
of a better ally? So as they go into this next week, let's say Taylor survives, and so does Brittany, and now it's Brittany and Turner and Taylor going for the HOH, and if Turner doesn't get it, and Brittany or Taylor do, they're going to target the boys, right?
Well, let me paint this scene for you. Brittany's good friend Taylor has not been spending a lot of time with her for the past week, only starts talking to her once she wins the POV that's going to affect her game. And I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying this is in Brittany's mind.
Right.
Then Brittany is watching Taylor spend multiple nights now in Monty's room.
And
I
not
think
talking to her about game very much.
Right. And I think she's starting to think they've been playing me the whole time. I'm going to make a game move and get out Taylor
the
now.
paranoia must be bad for her to trust Alyssa.
Well, she could possibly win over Alyssa. So for Brittany, Alyssa, in my opinion, is the only person she has a chance to win against. So she should want to bring Brittany to the final 2. And here's what I'm going to say that's going to shock everyone.
Are you talking about your final 2s?
As somebody who has been the least fan of Alyssa and Brittany all season, that's who I kind of want to see in the final 2.
Don't say it.
Because I think that's going to give us, in order to get there, I think that's going to give us the most fun feeds. Because we never have had this much drama happening at a Final 5, Final 4. I think the drama will continue. And here's the thing. I don't believe anyone's taking Taylor. So, and I know this is horrible because I do love me some Taylor.
I know. We love
But if Taylor has to go, I'd rather her just go now. Because let's face it, Monty isn't taking her, Turner isn't taking her, Alyssa isn't taking her, and Brittany isn't taking her. So no one's taking you, Taylor. Sorry, you might as well just be the victim of this now.
And
so that
you can go see Joseph.
Right, then you can go see Joseph and we can watch that awkwardness when you have to tell him that you've been playing with Monty's snake. Just fun feeds all around. We're gonna get to watch the freaking 2 guys be fucking mind blown that the girls would dare betray them. We'll have the Taylor and Joseph love triangle in the jury with Monty when he shows up next week. Oh, it's just gonna be so many twists and turns. But all we need is for Brittany or Alyssa to beat out Turner. That's all we need.
I would love 2 women as final 2.
I would. I'm so sick of always seeing a man win this game.
Yeah.
I would like to see 2 women in the final 2.
Me too.
I would. And I'm sorry, but I do like Brittany's story. About her wanting to have a kid.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I wish that it could be Taylor and Brittany, because then I think that, or Taylor and Alyssa, but like it couldn't be. It can't be Taylor and Alyssa, so
I wish at least a Brittany.
I don't even care about it being a Brittany. Well, let's put it this way. I would prefer if Taylor won the game right now, but her game is horrible. She cannot win anything, and no one is taking her. So I see no way Taylor wins.
No.
Unless Turner flips the vote. See, now this is the other thing that could happen.
Right.
Turner could vote to send Alyssa out. Brittany could vote to keep Alyssa.
Right.
Monty breaks the tie,
That's
but
what I
now
was saying earlier.
Turner is gonna know what the fuck, Brittany, and then
That's what I
Brittany is
mean.
gonna have to lie and be like, "What are you talking about, Turner?" And then they're gonna think of how much fun that's gonna be.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. If Monty had to be the tiebreaker, everyone's cards are on the table, right? And so it's going to expose all of that.
Right, but you're thinking their cards are gonna be on the table in what they actually decided that everyone thinks they're doing.
Right.
When their cards are on the table, Brittany and Turner have done the opposite. And they're both going to be aware they've done the opposite. And now they both have to convince Monty which one's lying.
Right.
And we all know Monty isn't going to trust the vagina. But it'll still be fun feeds.
There's 2 vaginas on the block.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, we've got a really great question in the YouTube chat from Jermaine King saying, so, what do you call Monty Snake? Monty Python? So clever.
Somebody's been looking at the memes today on Twitter. There's been a lot. There's been a lot.
Monty Python.
So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Turner has really, again, I like Turner the person, but his game for me of it's a very snaky, ratty, sell out your friends, stab your friends in the back. And don't get me wrong, I understand.
It's
that
what the promo says. Hey, where do I find the live feeds? Let the backstabbing begin.
I get it. Only one person is winning, but here's my thing. Then don't be all peace and love, and with peace and love, and I'm just this young hippie, good vibes person. I'm just going through and I just love everybody. And I'm so good. No, you're a snaky, cutthroat, manipulative, anything for the money person. That's what you are. Don't piss on her leg and tell us it's raining.
Well, I mean, we all would in that situation, right? That's why they're there.
I agree, but he could do it. Let me put it to you this way.
There's a more strategic, nicer way to do it to
Correct.
fluff the jury rather than, no, I'm not going to visit you, Alyssa, as she's possibly going to jury.
He needs to go all in either way. If you want to be Dr. Will, be Dr. Will and be in that DR and be I'm not going to take Alyssa, da-da-da-da. But when you're being so nice to Alyssa's face and acting like you guys are best friends and doing all this stuff, but then you turn around to her and I'm never going to visit you after this show. Or when you're in the jury and it upsets her, and then you just act what? Why would that upset you? I'm so confused as to why that would be what? You just can't take what I'm saying? That's what I mean. This is literally the same person who spent a week telling us how crushed and hurt he was that Amira stopped talking to him for 2 days.
He's 23.
I get it. So that's why I give him all of the breaks in the world. But my God, his game is not good. He is loyal to nobody but the win and the money, which again, I understand is how you win.
Blowing.
That's the thing. It's whatever way the wind is blowing. And not for nothing, so is Taylor.
Well, Taylor is, just trying to find her life. I think maybe she thought it was under the sheets in the HOH room or in Monty's underwear. Where is my life? Where did it go? Where is it? Where is it?
And none of this is what I think of them as people. I mean, I am a little bit nervous about Turner, to be honest. But here's what I'm going to say about Turner to give him such the benefit of the doubt. Because I think he is an open-minded person, and I think he wants to grow and learn and all these things. I think Turner is going to be one of those people where he will come out and be like, oh God, I did not realize that about myself, and that's horrible, and I
Yeah.
need to change that. Like, when he watches back some of the conversations and the things that he said about, like, the women in the house and stuff like that, he's going to feel bad and realize, like, I think he is still young and stupid enough
Right.
that this is the time in your life to make those mistakes, and he's going to grow and learn. Right.
Make those corrections.
I think Monty is old enough where he's officially a douchebag.
Like he just,
I joke about, Turner being on Monty's dick. I just mean, I think Turner in a lot of ways looks to Monty as a role model, and he's just emulating in ways what he sees Monty do.
There's some Monties on my Dodgeball league, and I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And look, like I said, I'm very frustrated in Taylor for letting Brittany and, Alyssa get so close over the last 48 hours. But again, I saw those lotioning up the body videos.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
If you even watch tonight's episode, if anybody is going to go back and watch it, I wish, I'm sorry that on this season we haven't been pulling up screen grabs, but honestly, fuck all of these apps where they make it where you can screen grab. It fucking promotes your show, and it's so stupid that you don't let us do it. So anyway, if anyone goes back and watches tonight, when Turner comes in the room, Monty is full in a split, his legs are spread open. He's full in like a lunge split, just lotioning up his thighs. If you noticed, Turner's just having a conversation with him, and he's just full on leg lotioning, and I'm just like, yeah.
Like how Brittany's brushing her teeth. Just.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Turner didn't go in that room right then on accident. I think Turner has Monty's whole lotioning schedule down.
We've learned, Turner's fluid.
Yeah, I think he wants to be a fluid, all right.
So I think this is interesting. Buffy Summers, which, by the way, I'm a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. Is there any truth to the rumor that Terrence got removed from the jury house?
Well, isn't that what What's-Her-Face is supposedly saying?
Spoiler girl?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's interesting. Oh, by the way, Buffy Summers, I have a gym shirt that says Sunnydale High on it. And it's like an official Sunnydale High gym shirt. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, no, that's really cool. You must be like a really big fan. Well, hey, I have the Buffy Summers action figure.
What?
I have Willow. I have the... What? Where are you going? I don't have it. I don't have any. Would you like to see Would you like to see Angel?
Sunnydale High School.
Love it. Think it's great. I have all the action figures. I, too, am the #1 Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. I worked at MTV for 2 reasons. I wanted to meet Janet Jackson, and I wanted to meet Allison Hannigan, and I got to do both.
Oh,
That's
my
Willow.
gosh. Now
And I got to do both in my first year working
loved
there.
it. Watched Buffy, watched Angel, loved it all. Loved the whole series. I've rewatched it. I loved it so much.
Did you like when they did the new one with the dolls? Why can't I remember the name of it?
The new one.
Remember, she was the doll, and it wasn't Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but it was by all the same people, and it was the dolls, and they downloaded the thing. I can't remember the name.
No, the only episode I didn't like was when they were Muppets.
When they were Muppets?
Or was that Angel? It might have been Angel. I don't know.
Oh,
Muppets.
yes. I remember the Angel when they were Muppets. The not talking Buffy the Vampire Slayer was my favorite episode ever.
It's one of mine too. That's amazing.
Now, here's what I find... I know if I were sidetracking from this.
I know, we're totally
Here's what I find interesting. You understand that I still, and on this show, literally quote lines from the Buffy musical all the time still. I literally know... I have every song from the Buffy musical memorized still to this day.
Oh my God. So I was in LA and I was going to a party and I went into the elevator and stepped in and turned around and it was Angel. David Boreanaz was in back of me, and he was wearing a black coat. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Angel. It's Angel.
Why don't you ask her a picture?
Because I was scared. It was a vampire.
I mean, I'm just saying, we've heard your other stories before. This was clearly just a man in a trench coat, and you had a few cocktails.
It was David Boreanaz. He's super cute. I met him at the party.
You literally thought a chameleon was $40,000 5 minutes ago.
I don't know reptiles. I don't know.
You don't know
I
vampires
can't
either.
build a clock. I don't know reptiles.
Well, you know what I think now?
That
I
should
think-
like and subscribe.
I also think, yes, people should like and subscribe, because I don't think we should do a podcast after Big Brother. I think we should do a Buffy podcast, and we should start with each episode, and we should go through the entire series and do a recap episode of each
Do
episode.
people want to see that after all these years, do you think?
I am 1,000,000% sure there has to be multiple Buffy the Vampire Slayer podcasts already. But who knows? That is one series I would rewatch.
Oh, I would too. I mean, I love that. I mean, Matthew saying the Angel finale was awesome. I thought it was too. Jermaine King saying, yes, we want to see it. Really? I mean, it's been a long time, but I have no problem rewatching it. I love it. I
The
will
literal
dissect it.
I don't rewatch anything, and I can tell you the two shows that I would rewatch from start to finish would be Buffy and Lost. Those are the two ones that I would watch
I love
again.
Lost. I would watch Buffy. I've rewatched Buffy already. And I like Alias with Jennifer Garner.
I loved Alias as well.
I loved Alias.
Didn't Alias end where it was like some big sphere of alien energy in the middle of the room? Didn't it have
Yeah.
some horrible ending?
I think it did, yeah.
It was like something like time travel or something. I just remembered it ended, and I was like, what is happening? But yes, I
Well,
love
it was
it,
getting a
Jennifer.
little thing with that theory. I forgot what the Kandinsky, or I don't know what it was, but yeah. It was getting
I can't believe nobody told me the name of the show with Buffy that had to do with the dolls. Or maybe it wasn't Buffy, it was the other Buffy. It was the Buffy 2. Elijah Dushku or whatever. Anyway, back to Big Brother, everyone. Good things to know, and I agree with Comedy Jonah. This is why you should follow, like, and subscribe, because who knows what we're going to be doing and covering and talking
know.
about when Big Brother is over. So make sure that you share the shows. Tell a friend, tell a family
Share it.
member.
Sure.
We appreciate it. You can tweet us anytime with hashtag WireOurLive, and you can check out the past 10 years of our shows over at yourrealityrecaps.com. So what are you hoping happens tomorrow night? Now, I have told you all of the plots, all of the twists. Basically, your choices are Monty and Taylor are going to be blindsided and Taylor will be voted out. Or do you think she will not be voted out and it will go according to plan, but a switch, like, it could go so many ways.
No, it can go in so many ways. So I'm hoping that Monty has to get the blood on his hands and vote someone out as the HOH. And I'm hoping one of the girls gets to be HOH next week. I'm also, we always get that jury house footage on Thursdays on eviction night. I cannot wait to see what's happened. We've talked about Michael and Terrence getting in a fight on the way to jury house. So I'm hoping we get a lot of that.
Well, here's why that's, I believe, a lie, because why would they get into a fight on the way to jury house? They don't arrive at jury house together.
I don't know.
So there's
Especially
some holes.
since now, to bring it full circle, because Jeffrey Marks was a handler, they don't arrive at the same time. No, but
Correct.
because it was
But
a double eviction, maybe their procedures have changed. I don't know.
I don't know either. Look, I hope. Although that's a good point. I talked to Hayden, Michael's fiance, pretty much every single day until his eviction, and then I have now not heard from him since. Now, obviously, he's probably upset that he left, but I wonder
Maybe he
if
doesn't,
something happened.
or maybe he doesn't feel he has to anymore because now Michael's not on the show.
Maybe. But anyway, nothing would make me happier than Terrence not being in jury. Good. I think we should have his vote. But I think that's too much of wishful thinking. I think that's too much wishful thinking that we could ever hope we wouldn't have to see him. I mean, good Lord. They were able to keep, more people have tried to escape that jury house and literally tried to escape, like literally climbing over the wall trying to get out, escape, and had to be brought back by security. So,
Damn.
do I think Terrence has left? I doubt it.
No, I don't think
I don't think he wants to be sued.
He's the guest at the end of the party that won't leave.
Yeah, and plus, it's his contract. He would be sued.
Yeah.
So that is what keeps them there. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to be watching the feeds. Like we said, tonight is when all this is supposed to kind of unravel. So if you guys are around, want to join us on Twitch, I'm sure we'll be playing games and listening to this all unfold on the live feeds in the final hours before this all happens tomorrow.
Super excited. Can't wait.
Of course, I'm always going to let you have the final word.
Final word is fun.
Okay. Then why don't you say...
Bye for now, everybody. Bye for now. Bye, friends. Bye for now. What do you say? I can't remember.
Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.